see how many people we can get to watch. Let's see if I can get some on. Almost all my 2x4s came from here. 300 white 2x4s. Almost all of them could fit in here. Don't know if you guys can see it. There we go.
Hey, what's up?
It's been forever, dude. Yes.
It's been way too long.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been at camp all summer long. I haven't had any time to chat or anything. I finally, the last camp just ended, but it's been every week since, 20th of June, so...
Nice.
It's been fun, though. I'm their camera guy. Rebuilding my Separatist Frigate, because I'm going to make a Clone Wars themed video for the Fan Film Awards.
Oh, nice.
Thing that Star Wars is doing. So, got this awesome opening shot. It's going to basically... I figured out how to make a 3D environment in Adobe After Effects. So, what I'm going to do is is basically put a whole bunch of stills of ships in space and then a planet, and I'm going to have the camera fly in between the ships and then fly down towards the planet, and then it'll fly through some clouds, and then you're going to see the ground, and it's going to fly above the ground for a minute, all with like the whole time following like 3 headhunters going through and just crashing through separatist forces.
That sounds very complicated. Sounds like a lot to remember.
It's gonna work. I feel like though that gives me a good chance because that would be such an awesome opening. So, and I've been wanting to do that shot forever. I just haven't known how. Like I've had that exact shot in my head for like a couple of years now.
For anyone watching the stream later after done streaming, this is
What?
JCH Studios. He is one of my friends, and he is part of Commando Log. So
he's here.
I mean, I'm talking about you. If anyone's watching the stream, because I know I'm supposed to get a lot of my Xbox friends on in a couple of minutes. But
Okay, cool.
this is JCH. He does amazing stop motion and all that. Go check him out. So I pretty much am guaranteed to go to Brick Fair, Virginia 2019.
Cool.
As long as I pass.
Sweet.
So hopefully I can get like Nolan or maybe Connor or even you, because I can buy like any table, and there's enough space on the table for like 4 of us.
Sweet.
So that'd be sick though for like all of us to go over there, because then, you know, kind of helps out the process of.
Yeah, the possibility for me now doesn't feel as impossible as it did when we were talking about it earlier.
Oh yeah, like 3 months ago, the last time we talked.
Now it feels like maybe I could figure out a way to make it over there. I mean,
Yeah,
be
it's
a bit for a plane ticket, but other than that.
I was so disappointed I didn't go this year, because like
Yeah.
I was checking my Instagram posts and all that, like my Instagram stories, and it's like Chris Production was there this year, Ryan was,
Oh, wow.
and it was like last year the only person I talked to was John. I'm like, man, everyone that I actually wanted to talk to is gone. Made me sad.
Maybe in 2019, Solid Brick Studios will bring down his crate mock.
He brought Scarif again this year, and he hung out with Ryan and all of them.
Oh, cool. Did you get to talk to him at all?
No, I wasn't even able to go. I had to do that.
Oh, yeah, right.
I don't think I want to keep the Darth Vader's transformation set, because it's like the pieces might be the only reason I would like it, but besides that I might just dismantle it.
Yeah, I've kind of been thinking about taking apart all my Star Wars Lego sets and then rebuilding them when I want them for something.
It's not a
But
bad idea.
I'm not sure, because there's a lot of awesome pieces in there that are just sitting out in our garage getting covered in dust that I use from time to time. So,
Man, I haven't even touched my Lego table in like a couple months. It's
oh
just
really?
Yeah, it's just covered in what I was thinking of building, and then I just got busy with school, and then
The what?
I just got busy with school, so I kind of just stopped.
Oh.
I was like, cleaning table, and then it was just like, oh, school. So I stopped.
Yeah, I started a lot of stuff at the beginning of the summer, and then I was at camp all summer, so didn't have much time to do anything with it.
Oh no, I ran out of space on my shelf to put any of my sets.
I know how that feels. It's like for a while they were in my room, and luckily I was able to find room in the garage for a lot of them. But it's like, now I don't want to get a whole bunch more Legos because they take up so much space.
Yeah, lucky you have a garage. I don't. I'm holding my MTT and I have the Clone Wars Turbo Tank still that have to go on my shelf. So the question is, what set do I dismantle?
Yeah.
All the sets, they don't have like good pieces. Like I'm keeping the Y-Wing and the gunship for sure. But I think maybe the Fence on Crate and my First Order Small Speeder I'll dismantle for parts. Well, for now, these will be going on my floor stream or over here. There's just too many big sets I have.
Yeah. So what did you think of the Clone Wars trailer?
Oh my, I lost it. I was so happy. When I heard that it was coming back, I went to my dad and I told him, so I'm going to be binge watching this for like the next, 12 episodes. But
Yeah.
I'm so happy because the Anakin Skywalker's Starfighter, it's amazing looking. The Clone Wars one that they just made, for $25, it's super good. It's better than the old one.
Yeah, I'm seriously considering buying it because I love that version of the Jedi Starfighter, especially with Anakin's paint scheme or color scheme.
Yeah, it looks so good.
But so you heard that it was coming back before you watched the trailer, then?
Yeah, it's like all over Instagram and YouTube. It's like it's gonna come back, and I kind of realized they had to like finish the story, and especially when they started copywriting, people that were like colluding to it, and making like the custom videos about like a Clone Wars series. And then you kind of get on that they're gonna make it, but I didn't realize it would be this soon.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. In my mind, like I had heard absolutely no news. I had seen nothing. I was absolutely 100% sure it was never coming back. It wasn't even in my mind. And then I saw, and I knew they were going to do a Comic-Con Clone Wars thing. So when I saw the trailer, when I saw the name Clone Wars official trailer on YouTube, I was like, oh, they're just doing a recap video.
Oh, man.
And so I actually waited to watch it for a bit because I was doing something else, and then I clicked on it, and I was like, this would be cool. So I watched it, and it had the footage of all the helmets, and I was like, wow, they totally just set up a intro for it. That's really cool. They made something new.
That intro was amazing.
And then those words, a war left unfinished until now.
12 episodes.
And I was thinking, what on earth does that mean? I wasn't sure, like, if they were going to, like, release... I thought it was going to be a trailer for, like... They were just going to reveal the rest of the story, like, unanimated and everything. And then they started doing all new footage. And the thing is, I thought I was at home all alone. So I freaked out. And then I found out my sister was in her bedroom, but
Yeah.
I had no clue she was there, but I was going around the house just saying, yes, yes!
My dream came true. Yes.
Yeah. I cannot believe that happened. Like, the only thing I'm disappointed about is there were supposed to be, like, 36 more episodes, and we're only getting 12.
I mean, I'm not going to complain about that, but, I'm happy it's back.
Yeah, but I wish it feels like more of a send-off and less of like, I wish it was more like a reboot. So they kind of continued it for a bit and then closed it out during Order 66 instead of, it feels like they're just paying homage and finishing it off. So.
Yeah.
I'm kind of disappointed because I tried to do a trailer recreation for it, and I built that hangar and everything, and it was looking really cool, and then I tried to do the shot, and I tried to do it over and over. It was way too hard, and I realized that the shot was like 1,000 frames, and like I wasn't going to be able to do it, but I built so much and then had to tear it down. It took me like 3 weeks whenever I wasn't working at camp.
Yeah. I think our leg needs to become back to. Our leg needs to become back. I think into becoming active again. Like last year we were fine, and then this year, 2017 into 2018, we just died. It's more like people say hi, and then it's just nothing happens until today. But I mean, what are you gonna do? It's people.
Yeah. Have you seen Infinity Wars?
No, I have not. I'm not a big fan of Marvel per se, so.
I wasn't either. And then 2 months ago, or no, longer than that, probably closer to about 4 or 5 months ago, I started watching it just because my friends told me if I'm going to be a filmmaker, I have to watch other things besides just Star Wars.
Nah.
And get into other good stories. But, so I did. And Marvel's really awesome, especially Black Panther and Infinity Wars. The best thing is, because they make so many movies, you really care about the characters, and when things happen to them, you genuinely feel really sad about what happens, but especially in Infinity Wars, that movie hit harder than any other movie I've ever seen. But also, I just watched the first Pirates of the Caribbean last night, and I'm watching it again because, oh man, I have loved pirates since I was little, and this makes me so happy. I haven't loved Pirates of the Caribbean since I was little, but I thought I could be a good pirate.
Yes.
Because I love ships and their outfits and everything, and I was but this brings back all my memories of turning my bunk bed into a ship. And convincing my siblings to push up and down on the mattress to make it feel like we were at sea.
So the question is now, what am I gonna build? I don't know. I built a mini crate, and then I got people on Instagram telling me I should make a full size, but it's everyone's doing it.
Yeah. That's the hard part. It's
Yeah.
Solid Brick Studios and some of the big channels, every time a movie comes out, they always you can't make anything they're making without people
You're copying
instantly
them.
not caring. Just because they're doing it, you know?
Yeah.
It's we don't have $17,000 to spend on building Legos. Only some people want to give up buying a car for their Lego thing. Solid Brick Studios.
Oh my.
I was watching his finale for his Kashyyyk video when it came out, and my dad was standing behind me, and he was talking about how he spent that much money on it, and he was like, I could have gotten a car, but I got this, and he was like, this is my car, and my dad was like, Jack, you better never become
you
that.
never should do this. I mean, he's got to make some money, because if he saved 2 days worth of his money to buy the Millennium Falcon, the UCS one, he's got to be making Connor and I were talking about that, 500 to 600 a day. I feel like he just
said though, I saved for 2 whole days to get this.
Oh, heaven forbid, 2 full days.
Wow, I would have saved up. That would have taken me
my Christmas money, my birthday money.
To a year?
Yeah, that would take 5. That would actually take 9 of my months. Actually,
I'm trying to think. I can make $120 a month plus odd jobs I can find around, but so that would be about 8 months.
That would be 4 months for me. but I'm not that dedicated to Lego where I'm spending 4 months of my paychecks to buy something I'm gonna build and then don't have room for. Because that's the size of 4 gray base plates. So what am I gonna do with half of my space?
4 gray base plates?
I'm pretty positive it's ginormous, but I think it's 4 to like 2. It's still.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't feel like I have enough space on my table to build a mock and then have that.
Yeah, you couldn't really use that for a mock because if you did, like...
And UCS set?
Yeah, because your mock would have to be to scale for that, you know? Like,
you gotta build a
everything would have to
giant
be that
gunship, giant fighter tanks, a giant AAT. Oh,
yeah.
your figures have to be to twice the size as well then. So it just looks like Legoland.
Well, I mean, technically, the Millennium Falcon is minifigure scale, but minifigure scale is a bit weird because, like, their body proportions are off to a human's. There's so much, like, I don't know.
So I was in the Brick Wizards stream yesterday. They were talking about Brick Fair Virginia, and after that, and Elijah Peach Bricks. I used to talk to him in Builders United with John and all of them. So that's the first time I talked to Chris and John and all of them. And it ended up yesterday. I checked his YouTube channel. He hasn't posted something in a year. So I go in his chat and I say, I have a question for Elijah. And I said, why aren't you uploading anymore? And he's like, if everyone gives me $60 at the convention, I can buy sets to build a mock. I'm like, I'm good. And I'm like, this isn't David Halt's project where you get money for free. Yeah, Clone Wars project. Sure, pal. Man.
Yeah, the cool thing about the Clone Wars is you say, this is Clone Wars, and anyone's instantly interested. That's like, in my mind, Clone Wars was the height of Star Wars. Like, that was the, like, when it was at its finest.
True.
I mean, I still like the new movies they're putting out now. They're just, like, kind of, like, lacking momentum and lacking excitement and characters that I can care about.
I mean, I kind of cried when Admiral Akbar died during The Last Jedi, so...
Well, yeah. But the thing was, like, put him on screen. Let us care about his death.
Yeah, you put him on screen. They put him on screen for like 2 seconds, and he's like, he's dead. It's like, what? He was on the screen.
It happened so fast, you could hardly even see it. It's like...
You saw his arms fly out, and that was it. Then he's dead forever.
Yeah, just make him Admiral Holdo. Make him be the one to sacrifice for the rebellion. Like, that would have meant so much more to old fans, and you could have also built up his character in that movie so that new fans would come to care about him. I didn't need to be this new purple-haired lady who I felt like I liked the character of Holdo, but I didn't feel like her story was over. Like, it was interesting at the end when she was talking with Leia. It was like I instantly liked her at that point when they were talking about Poe.
Yeah.
But it was like, if she had only, like, lived a bit longer, maybe made a sacrifice after I cared about her a bit more, that would have...
Yeah. Don't give her 20 seconds of screen time, pretty much.
Yeah, and most of it was just very flat, boring character. Like, you got to kind of know what she was about when she talked to Leia, but that was it.
Alright. What am I gonna build? How many base plates do I got? Alright, I have enough to either build a mini one with 1 grain, like 3 green, or 2 grain, 3 green.
Wait, what are you building?
I don't know what I'm building yet. I'm just gonna wing it. Because I feel like I'm just gonna keep this for like birthday and all that. So, yeah, we're gonna do the basic layout of my 2 dark 3 green. Alright, we're gonna bring my tripod around to my building section. I feel like I spent too much money on Solo, and then for the Clone Wars to come out, because people are saying they're gonna make a gunship and a ATTE again, which I hope they do. I hope.
I probably wouldn't buy the gunship just because I already have one, but
Yeah.
an ATTE,
Yeah.
I've been wanting one of those for
Ever.
way
I
too
have.
long.
Dude, they are so cool. But they
Yeah.
were like all expensive. Like the episode 2 one, I would have bought, but I bought the gunship instead, so I have one.
Yeah. That set was only like $60 when it came out, but it went up in price really fast as soon as it was decommissioned.
Yeah, I checked like Bricklink, and you could rather buy the old episode 2 Attack of the Clones one, not the newer one, because the older one's cheaper, with figures all complete, but it's like half the size.
Yeah. Oops. Yeah, I'm glad they're finishing the Clone Wars. That made me so excited when I was watching the trailer. Like I don't remember ever being excited watching a trailer for anything.
I mean, the Clone Wars like touched everyone when they were young. Like when I was young, I used to watch it out on the TV when it was like once a week, and then it like during season 4 and 5, it was like twice a week, or like once a month. That kind of like started to die, but then bringing it back, I mean, it's still pretty cool.
I was so sad because I got into Star Wars right after the Clone Wars was done, so I wasn't part of that, and I was really sad I wasn't. But now I kind of get to be part of that in a small way, which I think is pretty cool. So I finally get to experience it and be excited about it the way everyone else was.
All right, I got a weird question for you. It's a guess how many Clone Wars clones Connor has. Guess how many he has. He got more.
I thought he had around 40 last time I heard from him.
Oh yeah, well it's more than 40.
Is it like up to 100 now?
It's 146.
Sweet.
And he said he was gonna sell them. I'm like, but the Clone Wars is back. He's like, maybe not. Like I might save my money now. Like if they make it the Clone Wars clones, or if they make them like the Phase 2, I would be so much more happy if they made them like the Episode 3 ones. Because we only got them in like, what, one set? Just a plain one?
Well, they got to, because this will be
Yeah.
Phase 2 era.
Oh, dude, that ATTE, if they make like a cool gunner for it, oof, I might buy like a couple. My room's gonna be filled with ATTEs now.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm happy and then now like excited for the sets because they're gonna make a V19 turret, but they took the number away for a Clone Wars set. So hopefully it's good. I mean, hopefully it's like the ARC 170, because that would be amazing.
Yeah. Well, I personally, I want the V19 turret more than the ARC 170. I just think it's so different, but so perfectly Star Wars.
Yeah, like the V19 turret was the nostalgia of Clone Wars season 1 through 4.
Such old-fashioned classic Clone Wars.
Yeah. But my goal now is to save. I'm gonna save like 140 a month for 11 months for Brickfair, Virginia. So, and I know I'm gonna have to buy bricks. So for Christmas, my Christmas list is gonna be like bricks I'm gonna need, which are gonna be a bunch of 2x4s and 6x8 plates. It's gonna be like tremendously expensive, but you know.
Yeah. It's like, that's the thing though, like, I found myself, like, getting really almost out of Star Wars, just because, like, right now it feels so dead, except for the Clone Wars, which is, I'm glad it's coming back, but, like, I liked The Last Jedi. I mean, it wasn't my favorite, but I didn't hate it like some fans did, and I definitely didn't let it ruin my childhood.
No.
Yeah. Like my mindset was, yeah, it's not the best, but it's just a movie, and the person who made it wasn't trying to ruin Star Wars for everyone. That was just his vision of a Star Wars movie, and it happened to be not the best.
It happened to be the wrong choice for him.
What?
It happened to be the wrong choice for him to make it.
Yeah. But, like, so I'm not really, like, upset with him as the director for it. Like, I get his choices. Drop me. Drop my phone. I get his choices when he talked about them in the audio commentary, and I think that they would have worked had they been done better. I feel like I've done that before. I've had fantastic ideas, and then just something about them just doesn't work when I'm at the other side of them. And I think that's just what happened with him. So, well.
What did you think of Solo?
I liked Solo. Like, it was. I don't. A lot of people didn't like it, and I feel like that's just because they didn't like The Last Jedi, and so they were wanting to be mad at it. But I don't know. It felt so Star Warsy and just like a whole lot of fun. And I'm glad they didn't make it super deep.
No.
Except for the fact that they brought back Maul. Like,
that got me annoyed to a certain extent.
Did?
I mean, I knew they had to kind of wrap it back into where it would be in Rebels, but it kind of got me annoyed to a certain extent. But, I mean, it was an amazing movie in my opinion. I bought 2 of the Patrol speeders and then Han's speeder.
Cool.
So, I was thinking of buying... I don't know what was going through my head. I'm like, oh yeah, the like TIE fighter, but it was like $80 for me, and I'm like, never mind. I'm not buying a TIE fighter. I'm like, I'd rather buy like 4 sets.
Yeah, I have an older TIE fighter. But, like, I feel like there was a time where LEGO designs were very solid, and now they're just a little too detailed for my liking.
Yeah, they're too detailed and too expensive, yeah.
Yeah. And, like, Snoke's throne room set, like, it is really spendy for what it is. Like, it's a small set. It has more parts than it should, and it's way overpriced compared to how many parts it has.
Snoke's throne room, like, I feel like the only reason they put it so high was because that's the second set Snoke came in, and the first set his guards came in. I mean, those guards looked pretty cool, but, I mean, they shouldn't have gone with, like, they should have just gone with feet and then made it like a robe. That kind of would make the price point, I feel like, in my opinion, a little better than it being like, oh, they can't walk, technically, but...
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't like most people. I really didn't care that much for the Praetorian Guard fight. Like, I know a lot of people did. I just wasn't as interested. So Luckily, I wasn't like dying to have the Praetorian Guards or anything, so I didn't get that set.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going near that.
I didn't buy hardly any Last Jedi stuff. So.
Yeah, I'm the complete opposite. I bought the Defense on Crate,
Defense on Crate was a very solid, awesome set.
Yeah, it's 2 minifigure scale pretty much. And I remember we've had this discussion, but then I bought Octu Island, and then I bought the Microfighters to get Snoke and the A-Wing pilot that we saw for like a solid 2 minutes.
Oh yeah.
And then I got the ATM-6 and the E-Speeder Microfighters, just for like the pilots. It's pretty cool. Like those, I mean, I'm just going to be saving now for the Clone Wars sets, because I know they're going to be expensive because of this wave. For the, the Imperial Landing Craft, it's $90 for 4 figures. It's going to be pretty expensive for like a gunship and an ATTE.
Yeah. I'm kind of split up how I'm spending money now to like, so I have stuff for video equipment, stuff for savings, stuff for just spendings, which includes Lego, because now I'm getting a lot into live action as well, so I'm getting a whole lot of professional video equipment.
True. It's pretty good.
So, I have a DSLR now, which makes me very happy.
Oh, nice.
Unfortunately, I don't have Dragon Frame yet, because it costs so much, but I will soon. So I can't use my camera yet, but I feel like things like Adobe After Effects and Dragon Frame are only priced so high because they're the only place where you can find them. Like, I think it's simply just because no one else sells them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of just going to stick with phone, like Ryan and all of them do.
Yeah. I mean, I'm at the point where, like, since, like, I kind of always wondered what the value of a DSLR is, and now that I have one, I very much respect it, and it's like, yes, this is an awesome camera, and it's worth paying, because, like, the quality of my animation can be so much better, but, and you can also, like, it's hard to get professional work shooting on an iPhone, but if you have a camera and tech, I hate to say that because it's like people do need to be encouraged to use like phones and things to start out with, but now at this point I want to start getting paid, and so now it's like I need to get professional video equipment.
Yeah. I was yesterday the brick was people were talking about like what was the most abundant amount of a character you have. Oh, that looks super good.
Thanks, I just finished it.
I feel like they should make that as a set.
I built this couple. What?
They should make that like a set or like a poly bag, like a tiny version. Because that looks super good and accurate.
Yeah, I can't remember, like, something happened in my digital design, and I can't remember what I put there, because I didn't put it on there. A little wonky, but other than that, I like it. Yeah. So, I'll be using this in that video.
Nice.
I don't know if you remember, but I built it a couple months ago. Or, probably just a year ago, for when I was going to do that Clone Wars series that I did. But I had a Lego Digital Designer version of it, which I've been using, so.
Alright, now here's the second part of the game. How many B1 battle droids do you think Chris Productions has? It is, I feel like, more than you think.
Couple hundred, maybe?
He's got 552.
Wow. Why would you need that?
I mean, he bought a ton of those 2008 MTTs, which came with like 16. which is a
Oh,
pretty
wow.
for $100 you get a ton of pieces and 16 B1 battle droids. It's a pretty good deal. It's better than the 2014 one where you got like 8
Yeah,
for 120.
that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, he's building like a Jedi temple, and he bought a ton of parts for U-Wings over Brick Fair, Virginia, and Brick World, Chicago. It's insane what he's been doing.
Yeah. It's like, even like Solid Brick Studios, like when he did his Kashyyyk mock, like when he showed the amount of battle droids and clones he was putting on there, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That is overkill.
Yeah, it was like 100 and like 120 or something, or more.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like it. Like when he had them in a bucket, because they just stack so easily. But when they're out, it looks like there's like 7,000.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I wish he hadn't have done that. Like, if he had set them up strategically, so you have like clones behind bushes or certain clothes charging, but they were like there wasn't room for those clones to breathe. They were so close to each other in the battle droids. Like, I was like, why did you buy so many? That is complete overkill. And it's like, you built this beautiful beach and this beautiful scenery, and now it's just covered in clones to the point where you can't even see anything.
Alright, what is the next set I'm going to scrap? Because I need to make a ton of space. I think Defense on Crate. Like, I'm keeping the Ski Speeder alive, but it's like I have the new Y-Wing and ATDP gunship, Pose X-Wing. It's like the Defense on Crate is like the only other set I would. Actually, I'll scrap Octo Training because I can still buy that in my store for like $25. So that's a good set to get like a bunch of Porgs.
Yeah. Except for it only comes with one port, doesn't it?
Yeah, but then like the UCS Millennium Falcon that came out came with like 2 different colored porks, like a pure gray one and a pure like black one, which is pretty cool.
Which technically you could just buy the parts for and build.
Yeah, I mean, yes. I mean the heads I think are the most expensive because they're not in a lot of sets, which I think they're gonna try to. I mean they were in the movie for long, but they're. People are saying they're making a UCS Porg for the UCS set this year.
Oh no!
It's like I have BB-8 and then I heard the Porg. I'm like, might buy it. I'm so tempted.
Really?
I mean, I would. There's a ton of like gray and white pieces.
Funny.
Just me. Just like, hey, Connor, look at this set. You got all your TIE fighters and I got a Porg. He could drive BB-8 in the corner.
He'd probably be like, all right, you have your Porgs, but just let me have my Jar Jar Binks.
No, please. No, please, no.
I mean, if you're gonna have Porgs.
There was a. Oh my gosh. Yesterday, they were like, alright, they were talking to some person about like. It was the Rich Boy Jay and. I think it was like Matt or something. And he was talking, he's like, alright, what's your favorite Star Wars movie? They're like, Episode 5. Jay's like, okay. And he's like, worst one, Episode 2. He's like, we're like long lost brothers. I'm like, dude, Episode 1 was terrible. In my opinion. But I mean, Episode 2 is second worst because like there was too much drama in it for a Star Wars movie.
Well, like personally, I don't have a. Episode 1 is actually my second worst, and then Episode 2 is my worst because it's like, even though Episode 1 had some really dumb things in it that were really annoying, it really captured like the feel of a fun Star Wars movie for all the parts they weren't sitting in those boring, really boring, Senate talks.
Oh my, that was the most annoying scene
Yeah.
in that whole
But other
movie.
than that, like during the battles and everything, it really captured fun Star Wars. And it's hard to think of it that way, but it really did. It captured a lot of the fun of the original Star Wars. But Episode 2, like, it was was like it had hardly any fun in it at all. It was pretty much just serious and quite boring.
Yeah. I mean, the clones was like the best. Like, people were talking
Yeah,
about
when the clones came in,
Geonosis.
that was cool.
Geonosis and
Right.
Camino were like the only two good scenes. Like, it was too much romance for me. I was like, oh, Padme and Anakin, love, and it was like hugs and kisses and all that, and it got to the point where it's like, this doesn't feel like Star Wars anymore.
Yeah, I don't really mind if it has romance in it. Just make it good, not. I don't like sand.
The good old sand. Can't go wrong.
Like, yeah, that's it. Like, leave out the I don't like sands and make it like an interesting, fun thing where they actually look like they sort of, kind of, actually love each other, not super serious. Like,
Sand.
Like, they just always look grumpy and mad. Like, that didn't feel like love. That felt like boredom.
I'm trying to get some new people into Commando Lug, Imperial Bricks. He subbed to me. There's a ton of like Lego people I don't talk to, like on Instagram and all that. But then it's like on YouTube, it's like I have like 64 subs now. Like, I'm posting like a variety of things, not just Lego anymore, but I'm gonna go back into 50-50 or like 33% Lego and then Magic and gaming and all that. And then he was like doing great mock on the mini mock on Defense on Crate and all that, where it's like a bunch of people started subbing to me. And it's like, I'm checking out his mock, and he's building a giant Coruscant mock, and it looks amazing.
Wow.
It's like the destroyed streets of Coruscant, and I'm like, this person that has like twice as many subs as me and does twice the work says on my pretty decent mock that I did pretty good. So I was asking if he, I asked him first of all, like, because I asked first because Vand was there, and I said, hey, are you in a lug or something? He's like, no, but I'm on the Rebel Lug waiting list, and I'm gonna get in again. And I'm like, man, we need more people like that. Because it's like, mostly it's animations and then just like talk and a little bit of building. Like, that's kind of what our lug is mostly you guys with animations and kind of just the rest is me and like one other person. There's too many people in this lug now. It's not even like a lug, it's more like a chat. But
yeah, felt like it was good for a while, but then it kind of.
It was good like the
felt
first
like everyone
weeks.
was participating, and
Yeah.
then it got worn down to me, Nolan, Connor, and you, and then sometimes Dan.
I mean,
And
yeah,
then-
Dan's off in college, so
Yeah.
he's been super busy. He doesn't even post on Instagram anymore, so that's kind of like Instagram's like the only way I know if people are being active. And then Connor's just doing a ton of Bricklink orders. Like, his eBay, he bought $60. He bought it was like 30 of the Clone Wars clones for $60, and they threw in like a bunch of like 91st Recon, 501st, all Lego for $60. I'm like, but when I check eBay, it's like all Leplin. I'm like, it's all Leplin for me. I was telling him he can send them to me so I could build a giant mock of just Clone Wars clones. Just like, I gladly will take these for like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ooh, guess what?
What's crack-lacking?
Guess what? So, did you see my Infinity Wars video?
Yeah, I saw that.
Did you see how it should have ended? Infinity War video?
No, I'm not a big fan of how it should have ended. Like, I kind of just stick to, I barely go on YouTube anymore, to be honest.
Well, they stole my idea.
Man.
Well, I'm not really disappointed because I don't think they probably didn't see my video since it's only about 300 views, but it's like,
I'm gonna file a
I
report
came
to
up with an idea
YouTube.
that was on par with Hezi.
Just
Whoa!
contact YouTube and tell them to. My video came out first and they stole
Shut
it.
up, down. should have ended. Give me a shout out, a like, and a sub, and I will let you repost your video.
You're just holding him hostage at that point. It's just like, well, it looks like we're done with the channel.
Probably not how you make friends with Hezzy.
I mean, yeah, no, that definitely isn't gonna happen.
Yeah. But like, I wanna at some point, hopefully do like a collab with Hezzy, because sometimes they do like Lego films, and I also like realized that like so Brotherhood Workshop, you know how they did like the Rogue One collab trailer?
Yeah.
So they also did one for Guardians of the Galaxy, and I looked up those guys' channel, and there is one that is like nowhere even near to my quality of animation and visual effects. So it's like, I'm pretty sure like I would be able to get into whatever group they're in.
Rebelog. It's Rebelog or Betalog at this point.
I'll send you, what?
It's Rebelog or Betalog is like the only two big lugs. I mean, Aiden's in Betalog, and then Rebelog's got a giant list of people now.
Yeah. Well, like, I don't think it's a lug, it's a website they created, it's called Animators Collective.
Oh,
I want
okay.
to try and get in. I'll send you a link to the video I'm talking about, because it's really not that great, but that guy was able to get into a lug with Brotherhood Workshop and Fancy Pants and people like that.
So do you know Bricks on the Dollar, or people call him Clutch and all that? Pizzazz?
I think I've heard of Pizzazz, but I'm not sure.
Okay, well, Bricks on the Dollar is a bricklinker, and he used to go to like Target and all that, and they would have the minifigures for sale, and he would buy all of them. Not even joking. It's called Swoop Life, and he would buy every like $300 or like $100 sets, like the Benny spaceship. He bought all of those at like Toys R Us before it closed and all that, and started selling them Bricklink for like twice the price. And he's saying he's making no money, even though he's spending $300, a Target trip a month, pretty much, just to buy Lego. And I'm like, okay. So if you're spending $300 on Lego, you gotta. That's like David Hall, but he doesn't do Swoop Life. He does Bricklink and all that.
Whoa.
I don't know what I'm gonna build next. I'm thinking as I'm dismantling, because I'm looking at all the pieces, and it's like still like an iffy thought of building this early, but I mean,
yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, if you start now, like I've known, like there have been some projects that I've basically improved on for a long time, and they just get better and better. So I don't know. It might be a good idea just to start now and then just slowly making improvements.
The thing is like I'm not like Chris Productions or like anyone like that have like a ton of like grass and like 2x4 like base plates and all that like to build like the mocks they do. But I'm like, I have enough white 2x4s to build something. I have 300 white 2x4s, so I can build something out of it. Hoth again. Got it. I should do that. Just build Hoth. It's like, I don't have no snow troopers, so they're just gonna freeze to death. That's the only other problem, is like the figures to buy. Like,
Yeah.
I have enough Kashyyyk and enough 212 to like do a kind of like a half and half. I have more Kashyyyk in 41st than 212th though. And I have enough battle droids to do like a clone versus droid mock. Because there's no way I have enough Imperials to do that against Rebels.
Yeah. That's the thing. That's the thing I don't like about Star Wars. Like, their figures are so expensive. Like, I've been looking at some other brands like Marvel and Pirates of the Caribbean now that I'm into those. And, like, the minifigures are so cheap. It's like you can get, like, Jack Sparrow, who's, like, a minifigure that hasn't come out in several years and wasn't in that many sets. He's only, like, $2.
Yeah.
It's like, there is, like, you're, like, tiniest clone for $2.
Yeah, with like no head or something, or like without his helmet. Like I saw that on Bricklink. I'm like, oh, like face suit clone for like $1.
Has yellow head.
Oh my god.
Armor is completely fine.
Yeah, the armor's fine, but just his whole body's yellow.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, no. But it's like, that's the problem about Bricklink. Like, my parents don't want me to buy from Bricklink anymore. Because it's like, I give them the money, and then it's like 2-3 weeks before, like, we get an email back saying, hey, your order's gone through and all that. Because when I did it, I got... What was it? I don't know, it's like pitch quiet in my house. It's fine. Now I can talk about my Bricklink adventures. So, if everyone doesn't know... Oh, he's back. We're good.
What?
You're back. Your mic... You turned your mic off and it was pitch quiet in my house. There's like no one outside for once. I was like, oh...
My dad was talking to me.
Yep, you're fine. But when I buy from Bricklink, I remember when I actually bought something about an AAT, the episode 1, the newest one pretty much, and then the Hellfire Droid. With figures and everything, and it took like a solid month and a half to 2 months to get both of those sets. I'm like, that's the only problem, but it's super cheap to do it, because the AAT I got for like $12. Because this person had a lot of them. Like, I could have bought like 5 of them, but I just needed one. Because I don't have enough space to build like something 300 stories tall.
Yeah.
But Brick Fair, Virginia is now on a list of how many people are going to go in our lug. Because I think our Toy World might go again. I think he only goes to Chicago, but we might... I don't know, we'll have to talk to him and see if he wants to skedaddle and, build like a giant lug thing. Because the next thing I'm going to be doing is actually going to like a shirt company when we get big enough and everyone's back to being active to the point where just we buy shirts. So that would
be cool.
Yeah, and then I wear it to school and be like, what's this? It's like it's my YouTube group, and it's like Commando lug. It's like, yeah. It's one of many.
That would be awesome.
The problem about buying the shirts is like it's $20 for like pretty much a shirt. Then it's the shipping cost from my house to get it to where you live or Connor or people overseas, because we got a couple people overseas, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Imperial Bricks is overseas.
Yeah, I feel like that's like the only downside of doing it is like the shirts like you can get for like $10-15 per shirt pretty much, which is good. The only downside is, like I said, it's just the shipping around the world. Pretty much.
Yeah.
But that would be pretty cool to do. Just wait till Brick Fair, Virginia, Brick World, Chicago, and then I'll just deliver them to you. Just $10 per shirt. I don't have to pay shipping then, I can just wait.
Exactly. Yeah. I wanted to look up something on Bricklink, now I can't remember what it was.
Clone ATTE. It's the ATTE.
Bricklink open.
Yes. No, the minifigure list, I think. I don't know. You're just gonna buy an ATTE for like $20. $20. It's just the instruction booklet. They won't tell you.
Yeah.
Oh my.
But like, it's crazy. I wish they would sell minifigures from Star Wars at the prices they would sell them for every other brand.
Yeah.
Like, you can get pretty much anything. Right now I have some money, so I'm planning to buy some stuff. I have like $300, so just not sure what I'm gonna buy yet.
Are you Connor now? With like your, are you Connor with your money bags? You're just gonna buy a bunch of Phase Clone Wars clones. I'm gonna have 192.
I'm a filmmaker, so I just use a green screen.
It's just green screen them in. It's like I only paid $10 for figures.
Check this out. I've got 1,000 clones. You do? Yeah. It's called copy and paste.
Alright. All of Octu training seen that 1 second fit in a large pick-a-brick cup. Got it.
Oh, wait, yeah, I remember what I was gonna. Oops, what did I do?
Alright. What is the next set?
I remembered what I was gonna do. I was gonna send you a link to that guy's
Oh, yeah.
video.
So then why were you on Bricklink? You're gonna send me a link to a video, you're just going to... I'm just gonna go through Bricklink.
I think it got in my head because, like, I said I was, because we were talking about Bricklink.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'm trying to remember what.
Alright, the final set to dismantle, which is the defense on crate. Rest in peace. I need to make space somehow. That's like the only other set I know I will never use again in a mock. I mean, the tower's the coolest, but, you know, it's just like mainly for like crate. So.
Yeah. Alright, I found this video. And I'll send you a link to it. But it's okay. It's just like the animation's not that good. The green screen's pretty bad. It's like, I know I can do better than that. So I think I might have a chance of being part of that group.
So the true question is have you ever been to a Lego convention?
Yes.
You have? Oh. Mm-mm.
There was one in Portland, Oregon, and since I live near there, I went there. They have one every year, actually. It was really cool. There were some awesome stuff there. There was a whole bunch. I specifically, like, that was when I was only into Lord of the Rings. So I specifically remember the Lord of the Rings stuff, but there was like an Or thing. Are you kind of familiar with Lord of the Rings?
Oh yeah, I watched it. You're good. Talk away.
They had an Orthanc tower that was like 3 or 4 feet tall, and a Helm's Deep that was just enormous. Like, it was crazy. That was like one of the best days of my life. And then they had like a big Hobbiton, so they had like a whole bunch of hobbit holes and like the Ivy Tavern and everything. It's pretty cool.
3 to 4 feet tall tower. I'm not impressed. Have you seen Rubelug's Scarif mock? 12 foot tall.
Whatever.
No one's gonna beat this
one. It was
one.
pretty impressive to see that in person.
I really wish I could have saw the Rubelug Scarif mock in person. Because that would be the funny... That would... Like, watching in a video, it's like, oh, 12 feet tall. It's like, oh, okay. But it's like, in person, you must be like... This has to be like 20, 30 feet.
Yeah. Especially since you could see all the detail. Like,
yeah, that's like the coolest
work
thing.
that went into the Orthanc mock was incredible. Like, it looks so cool. Oh, by the way, the video's up there now. If you want to watch it real quick.
I'm gonna check it because I'm gonna stop my streaming, but still talk to because my phone's almost dead. Because YouTube eats my battery, so.
Oh wait, this is streaming to YouTube?